Hello, party people. Hello, it's Randy for Thunder Horse Ascendant. I'm here today with project number 5. Project number 5 from July's Bargain Bead Box. And I'm super excited about it. This is the crocheted necklace with the front toggle. So, I have never done crochet on this channel before, if we're just being honest about it. And I've only ever done crochet one other time. So, I guess we're going to see how it goes. Let me have a little coffee. Coffee is required for this. But I do have everything out here ready to go for project 5. We're going to be using some of the lava stones, the electroplated lava rocks, the white crystals, the teal crystals, and then some of the little starfish. So if you've been following along with us, I am super excited for this project. I am going to be using this little crochet needle. Now, this little crochet needle was sent to me by one of the Thunder Horse Descendants, and it says that it is a 3. It says size 3. I don't know. Wait, this one says, how come one says 2 and one says 3? Am I losing my mind? No, it's a 3. So this is size 3 crochet needle. Mr. Bunsen has come along to be helpful during the Bargain Bead Box crocheting with the Ceylon string. I'm sure he will be quite helpful. Won't you, Mr. Bunsen? See his little ears. Can you get down, sir? I'm trying to do things. Excuse me. Mr. Bunsen, look. You're just doing the most here. This is my coffee. Yeah, so we're gonna do some bead crocheting, me and Mr. Bunsen here today. So let's get on to the mat, get this party started. Mr. Bunsen, your face. I can't reach the button. Ah. All right, y'all, here we are down on the mat. So first things first, I am going to be using burnt orange Ceylon string to do my bead crochet. Well, now I honestly don't know if this is a problem or not a problem. I've only ever made one other bead crochet necklace, and it was on Ceylon, and I didn't have any problems with it. So if you have questions, comments, or concerns, please go ahead and leave those in the comment section for me. I do read all of your comments. So if you are looking for some Ceylon string, we do sell it. It's $5.75 on Thunder Horse Ascendant if you need some. But the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get our Ceylon string ready. So now what I need to do is I need to decide what my pattern is going to be for these beads, and I'm going to go ahead and put them on the string before I ever start doing the crochet part. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to cut anything because of lengthwise and whatever. I'm just going to pull this off the roll and set the roll over here to the side. And then I am going to go ahead and get my needle ready. Now I believe it was, I think it was Miss Mary who told me that you could use wax on the Ceylon if you wanted to. I had not tried that, but we'll see how it goes, and if it's not going very good, we might give that a whirl. Just so we can say we did. Okay, here we go. So we're just going to put a little Loctite super glue on this bag. You're going to fold the bag over, and you're going to create yourself a needle with your Ceylon. So I make mine kind of long because sometimes I got to cut it off, you know, once it gets wonkety wonk. That's a professional jewelry making term. So, there we go. And then I'll just stick this over here for now. And that is the Loctite super glue. This is the gel control. If you've not had this in your life, please get yourself to your local wherever, hardware store, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, anywhere really, and get you some. Make sure it's gel control because you get to control how much comes out with these little squeezy sides right here. Highly recommend. And then, the only tool I'm really going to need for this, besides the little tiny crochet hook here, is my little cutter. just in case I got to do some trimming on that needle. But other than that, that's it. That's all we need. So, see? Okay, we're looking pretty good there. And a little bit of a spot down here, so a little wet. But we're going to cut this at an angle using your flush cutter. You just give it a little trim. And now we are ready to start putting on the beads. So I have to think to myself, now I'm not going to worry about the toggle clasp and all that right now. I'm just going to leave a lot of extra tail on the end so I can go ahead and tie on all of my findings. So I'm not at all concerned about that right now. What I am concerned about is just getting the pattern down of how I want to put these beads on. So this is going to be a front toggle, so I know that I'm going to want to put some of these guys here in the front because they're heavier. And then I'm also going to be doing two sides of the necklace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just first split these out so I know what I got to work with here for each side. Easy peasy. All right, now we know how much we got for each side. So for right now, I'm just going to get this out of our way so it's not a problem. Put that to the side, and I'm going to just focus on this pile right here. Now I'm using burnt orange because this is a nice contrasting color. I do have teal. I could have used teal, but I was like, meh, we'll just use the burnt orange. It seems fun. So when I'm creating this, I need to think that this is going to be the end that I'm going to start my toggle on. So this is going to be the start of it. So I will actually probably use this one to start it. And then I'm going to start working up from here and then back down. So that's how I'm kind of envisioning it. Like this is the pattern that I'm going to do. So I'm going to put my beads on. We have to put all of these beads on before we ever start. So I'll show you my pattern and then we'll get going from there. I'm actually going to do a couple of white ones to start out with so that we're away from the crochet. And since we have more white than anything else, I'm going to put 3 on here. So this is what I've got so far. And you can pick any pattern you want, it's completely up to you. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now I do want these electroplated lava rocks to be down here closer to the middle. So I'm kind of changing my pattern up a little bit in order to get them closer to the front of the necklace. This is not only for weight, but also because I want them to show up. So I am going to do 3 right here. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put this in fast forward, and then when we start to do the other side, I'll pop back on. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you what I have so far. So I just went the lava rocks here, 1, 2, 3, with a spacer in between, and then 3, 1, 3. Right here, I just replaced my lava rocks with the extra teal stones that I had, continued my pattern until I got up here. I had 3 left, and then I just went all of the green crystals. So it's whatever pattern you want to make. But now it's important to know that when we start our next side, so I'm out of beads, we are going to be following this pattern backwards, okay? Because this is a front-facing toggle necklace. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to pretend that this is the way our necklace is, our toggle is down here, okay? So we're going to want to continue on this string and work this pattern backwards until we get to the front. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to pull out some extra string for myself here off the roll. I'm not cutting it. I'm just pulling out more string so that I can get some over here for the next side. Okay, so now what we're going to do, it's really easy if you just pull one of these numbers. You're going to put this out on your mat, and what we're going to do is we're just going to follow this backwards, okay? So, for instance, the first thing we're going to start with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the teal beads. So we'll put on 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and now we're on our way back down. So we're just going to follow this. So we need 3 white. So this way, once you get your necklace crocheted, it will already be in the pattern that you want it to be in. So we've got 3 whites, and then we need to go teal, white, teal, white, teal. You guys get the idea? We're just going to follow this back down. So you can see what's happening here, and we're just going to continue to the end. Alright guys, so before we even get going on this, I have moved, so I'm right-handed, so I've moved all of this to the left-hand side, right? And I'm going to pull a little bit of the cording out because I'm going to need it. So I've got this much cording on the other side loose. So now if you've never crocheted before, here's something that we're going to do. So I'm going to leave a tail. I'm going to leave, you know, I don't know, 6 inches or so tail. Okay, not worry about that right now because we're going to have to tie our ends at the end of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave about, let's leave 8 inches of tail. So now I have this, and this is really easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a 0. I have a top string and a bottom string, and it creates a 0. I'm going to put my thumb there where they cross. I'm going to take the top strand, go around to the back, and create a slash through my 0. Okay? Once I have that, I'm going to reach in and I'm going to grab a hold of this slash and pull it up. That is going to give me a little loop that looks like this. So now I can adjust the loop by pulling on the tail side. So this is how we're going to start out our crochet. So I'm going to stick my crochet needle in there, and I'm just going to pull it until it's you know, pretty small. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a bead down. Okay. So, if you don't know how to do this crochet stitch, I'm sure a lot of you crochet. I am not the best of crocheters, but I do know this because my mom taught me. So you bring the bead down, and then what you're going to do is you're going to grab the string, and you're going to wrap it around your hand through these two fingers here, the pointer and the index. You're going to turn your hand, and so what this is doing is it's giving you a little bit of control over the string portion of this. So sometimes you need it to be a little tighter, a little more taut when you're working with it, and sometimes not so much. So this is going to give you that little bit of control you're looking for, and once you get used to it, it'll be just like, oh, I get it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our first stitch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have pretty good tension, not like super tight or anything, but pretty good tension on my string. I'm going to hold my tail with my thumb and my middle finger, and I'm going to pretend that bead's not even there, and you're just going to do a crochet stitch. So to do the crochet stitch, what you need to do is go reach with your needle, go around. Okay, so let's look at that again. From the back around to the front, and you're going to get a hold of it. You can see it's on my hook. Okay, is that right, or is it front to back? Front to back. I don't know if it matters as long as you're doing them all the same. I'm gonna go back to front because I feel more comfortable with back to front. Okay, so back to front, and then we're gonna pull this through. So you're gonna pull it all the way through that loop. Now this is why it's kind of important to have some tension and some available string on this side, because this side you're going to feel it when you start to do it. So now you have your next loop. This is literally the stitch. There's nothing more to it. You're going to bring a bead down. Bring the bead down, okay? You're already in the loop. You're going to go from the back, underneath, over the top. Slide it through. Okay? Bring a bead down. Here's a big bead. Okay? You're going to go in the back, over the top, get your hook, get a hold of that little string, and you're going to pull it through. Okay? Bring a bead down. Do it again. Bring a bead down. That's it. That's all we're doing. Bring a bead down. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to get a couple on there quick to see what was going on with this lava stitch. So it might be a little bit big compared to the rest, but I don't really care about that. Bring a bead down. Okay, so let's say we get going on this and something not so positive happens, like we drop our string or a bunch of things come unwound. The only thing that's really going to happen, like if you pull this out of here, you're going to lose your loop, and all the beads are going to fall off if you pull on this one, right? Because all the knots are going to come undone. So that is something that you want to look out for, but that's like literally all that can happen. There's not going to be too much more drama than that. Don't be afraid. It's going to be okay. Okay, a couple of more times, and then I'm gonna put us in. Actually, I'll probably just meet you back at the end. So, bring a bead down. Now, this tension part is kind of important because you don't want it to be too loose. So you're going to come right here, okay? You're going to go to the back side of the string, underneath, come up over the top, grab hold of the string here. Now watch, as I'm letting, so this is kind of tight right now. I see my finger, watch my finger. As I'm bringing this in, I'm kind of letting my finger let go of some of that string so it can go in there so it's not super tight. So that's the tension part of this. Again, the string is pretty tight here with my pinky or my pointer finger. So I'm going to go underneath, round back to the top, and then bring it in so that it can allot for that bead to go on there. Now if you feel like you don't have enough to work with, you're going to have to pull out, you're going to put this down, and you're going to pull more off this guy here, and that's going to give you more to work with. You push your beads back. You know, it's just wherever you feel comfortable. Okay? And so this is the situation, and we're just going to keep, so I can take my needle out of there. As long as I don't lose my loop here, right, we're good to go. And you are going to see that this is going to give us a lot more length than it would be if we were to just been putting it on the string. Okay, so that is where we are at right now. Okay, so this is the same stitch. You just do this all the way till you're out of beads. It takes a while, so I'm going to meet you at the end and when we talk about putting on the clasp. Hello party people. Hey, so here we are at the end of this. Let me show you what I have. So it's been a couple of days. Let me just explain while we look at this. The last couple of days there was a flood, so I didn't get to record because it was flooding. So anyways, here we are back. I got this completed, and all we have to do is finish it. So this is how mine turned out. I'm trying to get the whole bit on there so you can see the pattern that we had made. I hope you can see it pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. We're going to go ahead and finish it up with the clasp. And you guys, I stuck these little guys in there, and then when I took it upstairs, I forgot to put them on. So, we did not get these put on. I guess I could put one on here, can I? No, because I had to put on my string first. So, we didn't get any extra little stars, so that's a thing. But anyway, so this is what I have now at the end. So I'm gonna cut this off of here, and we are officially let go of the spool. And I'm gonna bring it a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So this is what I have right here. I've just been crocheting, putting on my bead and crocheting. Okay. So now what I am going to do is, since this is going to be on the end, I am going to do just one more little stitch. Okay, and then here's how I'm going to end it. You just do like you're going to do a stitch, bring it through, and this time bring it all the way. Okay, and now you have completed a knot. So now that bad boy isn't going to go anywhere. Right, same on this side. So we're good to rock. So now all we have to do is go ahead and tie on our ends. But before I do that, I am going to go ahead and put on, you know, get my pendant ready, as I always do. Even though it just happens to be on the end, but whatever. So I think I am going, I still got a crystal over here. So I'm going to wind these up real quick. Let's see if I have a little pin. That's an interesting noise. Oh, it's the air conditioner. That air conditioner just won't leave me alone. I don't have any littler pins in here, I don't think. No, those are eye pins. Okay. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Are they big enough to fit on this crystal? Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. This is good. So I'll get 2 of those. And then I'll just wind these up real quick as charms. Oh, no, that one's not going to work. Okay. Yes, I'm going to use this great big pin because it's the only one I have. No judgment from the back, please. I've been having kind of a rough time over here. Okay, so I don't need to make this very big. I am going to attach it onto the ring. Oh, did I also mention there was a craft show since last time I started this necklace? So there's a flood and a craft show. Things have been wild. So we did the Cambridge, Minnesota Art Fair. That was pretty good. So it was an outside show with my tent. I got my finger slammed up in a table. I think that's what that's from. No, maybe it's not. But I did slam my finger in a table. So that was the thing. Alright. You just never know what you're going to get over here at the Thunder Horse Descendant. Alright, so here we go. Now, all I'm going to do is pop these on here. And just like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach this guy on to the female end of my toggle. Close her up. Sure it's nice and closed up good. And there we go. We are ready to rock. Okay, so that's what she's going to look like. So now all we got to do is tie this on. To our string. So you just string it on there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just tie a knot. Pull it up here. Okay. And I'm going to go through the loop again. Okay, bring it around, go through the little loop you created. Basically like a half hitch knot. I'm going to go one more time. Okay. And tie again. Okay. Now, I'm going to push this all up here so you can see it's kind of pushed into one spot. And just for good measure, I'm going to go ahead and tie another knot. Not around the link, but around the string part right here. Okay. And then if you can, get this through bead, you would be smashing. It'd be smashing good time, but this doesn't have a needle on it. And I don't think I can do it, but that's fine. Let's tie another half hitch knot. I'm going to go in between these beads right here. Where we're basically just getting our string worked back up. And nobody's going to be able to know any better anyway, because this is crocheted. It's not going to be noticeable. We are also going to hit that with a little bit of glue. Now, if you do not feel comfortable cutting it off, you could just add yourself a little bead on there and then tie a double knot if you want to. It's completely up to you. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Super easy. Just put that on there. In this first knot, you guys, you're just tying it, you know, just wrapping around like so, just like you would be tying any knot in your shoelace. You just want to make sure that you get it pulled down to where the beading starts, like so. Okay. And then I'm going to go through the hole, and then I create a loop right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring my string through that loop. And this is just creating a couple of knots on the loop. And this is just for reinforcement. I'm doing the same thing again. Hi, Mr. Bunsen. Mr. Bunsen is on the back of my chair. Mr. Bunsen, could you sit down, please, sir? You're getting my weight off balance and I can't bead with you. Oh my goodness, I wish you guys could see him. Okay, so then after I have 3 wraps around the link, now I'm going to squish it to the center, and I'm not going to go on the link. I'm going to go around the beading. Okay, so I'm not on the link, I'm around the beading, created a loop here, and then I'm going to pull that tight. And I want that to fall right underneath the toggle. Ooh, sorry, my nose itched. Right underneath the toggle. Okay, one more again, so you're going to wrap around the beading. Bring that around. It's a weird angle like this. Okay, wrap around the whole thing, and then go through the loop you've created. Bring that right down on top of the other one you just did. One more time. This time we're going to go in between the beads. So we're going to wrap around. Don't get hung up in all this other stuff. Wrap around, go through the loop you've created. And then right here, you're going to just pull that around, pull it in between the 2 beads. Okay. Just like that. It's kind of got to make sure it lands in the right place. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit these with the little glue, the Loctite super glue. And then we're done, so guys, after we cut them off. Where's my last knot at here? I'm going to put a little dab right here on the knot coming up, and then also here on the knot I just did. And I'm going to hang this off to the side so it don't get glued to my mat. Don't get glue on your mat, it's a problem. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to glue on these knots here. And then where I ended also. Okay, over there. And now that's going to be dry in a couple of minutes. Actually, it'll be gone about 60 seconds. And then once it's dry, I will cut them off. So in the interim, while we're waiting for that to dry, this is the beaded portion. This is actually really kind of calming, to be honest with you. Yeah, because I was right in the middle of the basement flood, and I was just like, I'm just going to take this upstairs and do it. And that's what I did, and I felt pretty good after. Okay, so I'm just trimming these off as close to the knot as I would like. I prefer to be. If you even want to give that a little glue after you get the tail cut off, that's up to you. Or if you're using a cutter or a burning tool. And then you just put it through there. Ooh, it's not quite dry yet, Randy. Not quite dry yet, but you know I'm impatient. And so here we are. I'll zoom you out so you guys can get the full effect. Oop, that's in. Alright, there we go. Now we're all the way out. I do have stars. I could make earrings. I'm not gonna. Yeah, so this actually worked out really well. Highly recommend. I think it's super cute and fun. Okay, guys, here we are, me and Mr. Bunsen. Mr. Bunsen. You gonna say hello to the people? Just no. Me and Mr. Bunsen are here. He's mad at me because I'm beading and it's nighttime. All right, so let me give you the full effect. Here we go. So here's what this is the front. No, it doesn't really matter. As long as you got how you want it. So there's the front. And then, honestly, you don't even really need the toggle portion because you can just pull it over your head. And there we go. Oh, I suppose you can't see me. Hold on, Mr. Bunsen, we're backing up. Can you see me now? Yeah. Isn't that cute? I think it's super cute. Super cute and beachy. I feel like it's me. Well, now you're going to get down. You're in my chair, sir. Mr. Bunsen's in my chair. This cat is always in my way. Yeah. Gotcha. So, anyways, after the flood and the craft show and all the business, we still got a wonderful, cute necklace. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, please support your girl by pushing the like button, making a comment, sharing this video, subscribing to the channel, ringing the bell, all those good things. Mr. Bunsen has his little paws on the table. You are so cute. Get down. You're too cute. Anyways, so do all those things. That's very helpful and supportive. And we'll be back for some more installments of some more things. I hope you have a wonderful, spectacular, amazing beading day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.